Hello everyone, welcome to Felicia's Healthy Kitchen. So today I'm bringing you another high protein recipe that is really delicious and is really healthy, and plus is guilt-free too. It's gonna be a dessert. Yes, we're gonna be making tiramisu today. Tiramisu is an Italian dessert with coffee in it. So the fantastic thing about this dessert is you don't even have to bake it. It's just assembling it. But I'm going to give you a version that is healthier than the usual one. Okay, so my last video was the air fryer tofu. If you haven't checked that out, remember to check out that video after this video. I will also put the tiramisu ingredients and the entire recipe together with the nutrition facts at the bottom here, the description box. So make sure you save it for your own use later. The creamy part of the tiramisu is basically tofu with added ingredients. I'm using a particular type of tofu called the Japanese Pressed Tofu. I've experimented with other tofus before, but I find this one has the best texture and is also really high in protein. So this is the one I'm going to be using. This is the one, Japanese Pressed Tofu. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So today we will be having tofu, okay? We will be using some granola, okay? Some chocolate cookie crumbs, cocoa powder, Lakanto sugar, a little bit of vanilla essence, as well as, of course, this is the important ingredient, which is instant coffee. You can use instant coffee, the usual one, or you can use instant espresso as well. But the important thing is, of course, you can't go wrong with this. You need Saviordi biscuits, or also known as sponge fingers, or also ladies' fingers. You need this as the base of your tiramisu. And the important part is we're going to add more nutrients into the tiramisu. So we're going to be using our especially amazing Formula 1 shakes, and I'm going to be using cookies and cream flavor together with cappuccino flavor. You can put your tiramisu into a pretty glass, into a clear bowl just like this. But today I'm going to be making this tiramisu for a friend so that it's ready to be given to her. So I'm going to be using this container to put the tiramisu into, and I'm going to give it to her as a gift. Okay, so here is how we begin. First off, the tofu. Okay, so when you take it out from the packaging, just give it a rinse and you leave it on the sieve for at least half an hour. What does it do? Actually, it just repels the water, and then you can see there is quite a bit of water here, maybe at least 3 to 4 tablespoons of water. So you want to remove as much water as you can from the tofu, okay, before you begin, so that your dessert is just nice and perfectly textured. Okay, so let's begin here. First thing is that prepare your tofu. After half an hour or so, then you come back to do the rest of the things. Okay, so here there's water here, so I'm going to be putting the instant coffee into the water. Okay, it's fine if the water is at room temperature. Just got to mix your instant coffee into it and make sure that all the granules disappear. You can use instant coffee, you can use instant expresso, or you can even use double shot of espresso from your local coffee place. Okay, so this is ready to go. I'm just going to put it here a little bit on the side while I show you how we're going to put this in. So this is the Saviordi biscuits. Okay, and these are also known the ladies' fingers or sponge fingers, and we're going to be putting it, arranging it in this box like that. So, oh, see, it's a little bit, the box is a little bit smaller, so all we have to do is just trim a little bit off and make sure it fits. Okay, so that's perfect. Yay! Okay, we're going to just measure them first, put them in so that it's really perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so how we're going to do this is here, okay, the coffee, you're just going to dunk it in either with your clean hands or use a spoon. Okay, so just take it out again. Okay, just go one by one. A quick dunk will do. Okay, because there's still moisture from the tofu, and it will get onto the coffee fingers here. Okay, just a quick dunk. And one more. Okay, there, we're done with this first layer. Okay, so we're gonna leave it there. Okay, and then prepare the second bits. Okay, so the second bits is the creamy bit. Okay, so that's where the tofu comes in. All right. Okay, so with the tofu layer, you can use a normal blender, a food processor, or even a high-speed blender. But it really doesn't matter which you use, as long as you have something that blends it smooth. And also use your spatula later to just scrape the side of the bowl to make sure it goes, all your ingredients go down, and then you just blend it all together again. So for the cream layer, let's do this. Okay, we're going to use the entire block of tofu. Okay, see, get rid of all the water, put it into your food processor or your blender. Okay, to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Okay, because we want to make it healthy, we will put 2 tablespoons of monk fruit sugar or Lakanto sugar to sweeten it, but without the calories. To make it more nutritious, we're going to be adding the Formula 1 shake, 1.5 tablespoons of cookies and cream, and 1.5 tablespoons of cappuccino flavor. So we're going to add that in now, 1.5. And 1.5 cappuccino. These are my 2 favorite flavors. They're so nutritious. We have these every single morning, and for my entire family too. Okay, so here we're going to start blending. All right. Okay, so we've blended it for about 1 minute. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You get this lovely creamy consistency. So you just got to make sure that you scrape the sides of the bowl down every now and then and check on your blender. You just scrape the sides and then you make sure you continue to blend until you get this really lovely thick consistency like that. See, it's almost droppy, but it's still quite sticky. All right. Okay, now for the assembly. Okay, now we're going to put it here. Okay, look at the mixture, and we're going to roughly divide it into half. So before we put anything there, so what my family likes is a little bit of crunch in everything that we eat. So you can omit the granola, which is part of this recipe now, if you don't like crunch and if you like a smooth textured tiramisu. So I'm going to put half of this granola into this layer, okay? So about half the granola. So we love crunch and it's always nice to bite into something interesting, okay? So I'm going to just put half of that there. Okay, and then shake it a bit. Okay, we're going to put half the amount from here onto the box. So it's just gonna be pretty layers, okay? Okay, so use the back of a spoon, smoothen that out. You can easily multiply this recipe, all right? So you can make 2 times of it, 3 times of it, and 1 for each family. And guess what? You can even eat it for lunch or dinner, okay? The amazing taste. Oh, imagine having a lunch, okay, a dessert lunch. Okay, so that's 1 layer. Okay, the second layer, that's the sponge finger layer, the granola, and then there's the cream layer. Okay, now we're gonna accentuate the taste of it. Okay, what we're gonna do is add cookie crumbs. I've got here chocolate cookie crumbs, about 2 tablespoons. So you just spread it around here, all right? There you go. Ooh, this one really makes it really nice and tastes delicious. I'm sure even your kids will be asking for it. So spread it all around. Use it all up. Okay. What you need to do, just shake it a bit and then it will go all over the place. See? Nifty trick, isn't it? See? It's all spread out nicely and evenly. And again, right after this, we're going to add the rest of the granola. Okay? So yummy. I can already see it. So delicious and tasty. So if you want the recipe, just look and check it out from the description box below, alright? Okay, and then the final layer. Let's make it a little bit more pretty, okay? So I'm just going to scrape this up and put it into a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, just use a regular white plastic bag or clean bag, okay? Just get it ready like that, okay? And we're going to be just making, there's no piping tip at all, it's just plain plastic bag or plain piping bag, okay? So you just put it here into the bag, the rest of your cream layer. Okay, let the magic begin. Here we go. So we're going to be making nice round shapes. Just do a 4x4 or a 5x5. Up to you. Just make it look pretty. It's really easy, this recipe. It looks really good and tastes wonderful. You're going to be famous for this. Just add a bit more if you like. Yeah, that's done. See? Wow, look at that. Okay, of course we're going to be adding the cocoa powder, right? Okay, for the cocoa powder, I'm just going to put it on my plate here and get my cocoa powder and my sieve to do the magic. Wow, look at this. So just pour it on your sieve and dust it all around. Wow, that is delicious looking, isn't it? Do you think it's ready for eating yet? No, you have to wait. For tiramisu, you have to be patient. You have to put it in the fridge for about 6 hours. When the moisture and the flavors go together and the sponge fingers just absorb the moisture, it will be very delicious. So you need to keep this in the fridge for about 6 hours or overnight. And then you can top it with a little bit of your favorite nuts. This dessert is so delicious and high protein. You can have it for lunch or dinner. So yummy to have dessert for your lunch and dinner, isn't it? I'm one of those who really enjoy desserts, so I can eat it for lunch or dinner or any time of the day. Okay, so remember to try it soon. Okay, so here is Felicia's Healthy Kitchen Tiramisu. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to this channel for more delicious and healthy recipes. Thank you for your support.